I had a very interesting conversation with psychologist David Unsworth, who is a specialist in trauma therapy. In this conversation that you're about to hear, we've covered a wide range of topics from trauma therapy, cognitive behavior therapy, PTSD, as well as some cross-disciplinary talk between psychology and stage anxiety among musicians.
So we're actually changing the functioning of our sympathetic nervous system through this breathing technique. So
would you say that the body, like the physical side, like this body that we're carrying, which is our vessel, would that determine, is it always in that order? Or would you say that it's our state of mind affects the body, or would you say it's the body affecting the mind?
there's top down and there's bottom up. The technique that we were just talking about then, that was devised based on research that suggests that at least with anxiety, the messages from the heart, which is determined by the breathing, that quite often preempts the feeling of anxiety in the brain. Okay, so the flow is up this way, which is why we can alter that. The difference is, I guess, if someone's worried about something, and that's a cognitive process, that's a thinking thing. I'm going to go out on stage and I'm going to mess it up.
Negative pre-anticipation.
Catastrophic thinking. Everyone's going to, reject me. My career will be over. My girlfriend's going to leave me and I'm going to end up homeless. These are thought processes that in turn feed down and result in anxiety,
in physical reaction. So it's a two-way thing. There's never an order.
Exactly. Well, it depends on what the basis is, but put it this way, we treat both ways. So we treat the physical to create the relaxed sensation in the body, and we talk to people about their thought processes.
Wow.
The thought processes, that's the basis of cognitive behavioral therapy. It's cognitive therapy. We're restructuring the way that people think.
And this can be trained?
100%. Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So I'm visualizing, let's say, an area that has like a flood problem. And then there's all this uncontrollable water, and I see that as thoughts. So to manage these thoughts, we need to, obviously focus on the geographic environment of it. We build dams and we build all these tunnels or creeks. But then we also have to control where the water is coming from, like the source of the water.
That's a really interesting analogy. A flood of thoughts. Flood of thoughts.
Because
not just a stream.
Yeah, and I just always wanted to ask someone like you, where does these thoughts actually come from? Based on my understanding so far, just, learning about life myself, I understand that a lot of those negative thoughts is coming from, it's still form of reaction, like an aftermath of reacting to what happened to me years back or days back or decades back or something that happened in my childhood.
I think that's still the prevailing belief. The understanding is that early experiences do shape our views, our prevailing views of ourselves, others, and the world around us. So, I'm a worthwhile, valued person or a worthless person. People are trustworthy, people are going to love and care for me, or people are going to abuse and abandon me. The world is a generally safe place, or the world is very unsafe. These sorts of core values, core ideas, core beliefs do, by and large, originate early in life. There is a genetic component to it, It's not necessarily the blank slate that some early behaviourists thought. Everyone's just born a blank slate, and whatever experiences they have, that will shape them ultimately. It's not quite as clear cut as that. There's an element of our genetics in it.
Yeah.
People can inherit a predisposition to be more anxious or more depressed, or
Right.
personality types to some degree.
And that means it could be something that runs generations down the path.
Absolutely. And you take that example to a bit of, not an extreme, but a good example of that is intergenerational trauma.
Intergenerational trauma.
Intergenerational trauma, where here in Australia, we talk about the effect of the stolen generation.
Yeah.
Indigenous.
Yeah.
Aboriginal people here, and it's hard for some people, white privileged people, to understand the lasting impact of something like that. But yeah, intergenerational trauma is very well recognised. Lots of examples throughout history of where it's occurred.
Yeah.
The Holocaust, for example.
Yeah.
Any war situation. So yeah.